Last time I played the Division Heartland was the first closed test, like last year or something. It was when those gameplay leaks came out and everyone was bashing the game, talking about how bad it looked. Even then, the naysayers had zero credibility when they criticized it, because I played it, and the leak footage did it no justice at all. Any alpha footage, for that matter, does. The graphics are never up to par. A whole bunch of numbers and letters were everywhere on the screen, so a lot of that distorted the vision of what the game looked like. And there were many unfinished features in the game, but what I mainly paid attention to was the gameplay. In any game, that's what matters most. Even graphics can take a back seat to gameplay, in my opinion, and Heartland's gameplay back then, on that alpha, even was on point. Fast forward to now, because I didn't get an invite to the previous closed test after the first one, but I did get one to the latest. All this did was reaffirm my initial feelings I had when first playing it. I need you to hear me out when I say this, fam, and listen good. The Division Heartland's gameplay is so impressive it's scary. The gameplay is a Division veteran's dream. This closed test is, I think, the final test before the actual game is going to be released. They just revealed 4 gameplay modes for Heartland, and I don't know what the release date is, but obviously they're making progress because they explained to you exactly what they are. We knew about Storm and Excursion, but not Nightfall and Hunt. They sound really fun. It seems like this game is about to have a lot of people coming back to play it. And since Red Storm is at the helm, I really think it's going to be good. The graphics are amazing. The gameplay mechanics have been updated and more added to it. And it just feels awesome. Let me see. How can I explain the gameplay in one phrase? Imagine if the devs combined the Division 1 and 2, then took the best of both and made Heartland. Personally, this is my dream come true. I'll give you a perfect analysis. Some say the Division 1 gunplay was too unstable, with recoil being a bit much. Also the movement being too fast, but the versatility great. The ability to outplay opponents while engaged in combat was next to none. This was also influenced by certain skills like heals and ultimate abilities, etc. But the feeling is what I'm referring to. Then came the Division 2, which drastically slowed down the movement, making it more realistic. Some people liked it, some people didn't. But this took away a bit of the fantasy it used to have, implementing armor kits, which also destroy the counterplay capability. And I think that's why they're resorting back to instant armor kits once they revamp the specialization trees, because they know that was the way. But on the flip side, the gunplay was nearly perfect. One aspect that really stands out to me in the Division 2, from the moment I played it, I loved the gunplay, the way that it felt. And some say it was too easy to land your shots. And the Division 2's latest installment made it more PvE friendly. We all know that. Now, from hearing this analysis, what they did was take all the best elements of what I described and put them in Heartland. The movement is not too fast, but not too slow either. The gunplay doesn't allow you to shoot like a laser beam, but instead recoils accordingly. Time to kill allows for counterplay and outplay capabilities because there are no builds which anybody can use that is considered meta or overpowered. So everyone has equal opportunity to succeed. And the NPCs are tough, not bullet spongy, but smart and nimble. Always on the move and plays its role with conviction. For example, if you don't kill the healer, they will immediately revive their comrades. And it's only one example of the enemy type that plays its role to a T. Even though I'm not a huge fan of battle royales, to me, this doesn't feel like one. You know what it feels like? From a gameplay perspective, it feels like what the Division 3 developers should go for. Red Storm is responsible for PvP in its gameplay, so it would make sense for them to take this model and use it as a segue to the beginning of the next installment of the Division franchise. At this point, I'm not really mad anymore that they haven't brought survival back. I tweeted a while ago that so many people are complaining that we haven't gone back to the best game modes and elements which we loved from the Division 1. What made the game great, you know? And for a long time, I could not wrap my head around why they wouldn't bring that stuff back. I still can't. But now I'm getting a better understanding of what they're doing. When you as an individual or a company have ambition, you don't want to go backwards. It doesn't mean that they're going backwards if they bring back survival and evolve it in a way. But the underlying fact is you don't want to go backwards. So maybe they don't want to have anything to do with that. You want to look to the future because you believe that your drive to want to create something better either outshines or is just as good as what you made before. This is more important than trying to go back and appease the masses. And these are only my thoughts. Now, don't get me wrong. I would love for the next installment of the franchise, Division 3, to have these mechanics. And as much as I would like survival now, I'd rather them save it for a game worthy of it. Because the main reason that battle royales aren't really my thing is for the simple fact of not being able to keep the gear that you collect. But they could do that in Division 3, along with other add-ons. That's what I'm banking on, and hopefully they'll make it happen. But at the end of the day, Heartland is going to make a lot of people happy because it takes us back to the way the Division used to make us feel while playing and just being immersed in the experience. By the way, the game is not only PvP, there's an entire other mode dedicated to PvE and a few others, so everyone will have an opportunity to enjoy what they prefer. That's all I got for you, fam. Have you gotten an opportunity to play test Heartland? If so, tell me below. Also, let me know if you liked it or not. I'll see you in the next one. Be right out.